Investigators will not comment specifically on exactly what is in the video, but the neighbor who handed it over to investigators is, and he's worried about what it means for Gannon.
Fox 31's.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Journey to Justice. Please like and share and sub to my channel and press that notification bell so you can be notified. As we know, the people that are following this case, the 11-year-old boy from Colorado Springs is still missing, and we are on the 9th day as the 6th of February 2020. There is a new video out on the day he went missing. The stepmother, who says she takes care of the boy because the mother does not want to. That's what she said in her interview with a news reporter, and that she is not allowed back in the house, and vehicles were taken, and the home was searched, and crime scene investigators were also there after he went missing. First of all, he was classified as maybe a runaway, but since been upgraded to missing and endangered, and that means the FBI and different agencies have got involved in this. Now, the story was that the stepmother last seen her stepson between 3:15 and 4 p.m. Monday at his home in Larson Ranch neighborhood in southeast Colorado Springs, before reportedly walking to a friend's house across the street. Well, this friend's house is only across the street, not down the road a block or two, across the street. And according to El Paso County Sheriff Sergeant Deborah Maynant, M-Y-N-A-T-T, on Wednesday, the sheriff's officers sent out a statement on the missing boy, having posted several notices on social media in recent days. And the sheriff department have posted several notices to the media. But she said on Tuesday the office major crimes unit was investigating the boy's disappearance, and the mobile crime lab was parked in front of the family's home on Wednesday. But in the news conference, she downplayed both developments, saying investigators do not suspect foul play and still suspect Gannon is a runaway. About 200 volunteers searched a nearby vacant field and nearby neighborhoods Wednesday morning and afternoon, but did not find any sign of the missing boy. A organizer said deputies too continue to search for the boy, and his information has been added to the FBI's National Crime Information Center database. She said the boy's father, Albert, a member of Colorado Springs-based Colorado Army National Guard 100th Missile Defense, released this statement by a brigade spokesman. We live in an amazing community with amazing people. We have humbled me by kindness and effort to help find Gannon. He said in the statement, we have very little or any information, but we have hope and faith. Gannon's great aunt, Veronica, categorized the boy Wednesday morning as quiet and smart as she waited to board her plane from Texas to Colorado Springs, where she intended to meet law enforcement regarding potential information of an official search. Gannon's mother arrived in Colorado Springs late Tuesday and spent the night talking to law enforcement. The mother lives in Carolina. She does not live in Colorado. And according to sources, that they share custody. As both parents are united and did a video, it wasn't like a news video, but it was presented by a news, and it was like a community notice of they are united and they very much love their son, and they told us a little about his upbringing and about him being born, 1.5 pounds. He was very sick baby. He lived against all odds, and that he needed to take medication. Not sure what medication he's on, but that doesn't matter. But the mother and they said that he has to have his medication. She doesn't have very much, just what she's been told. She doesn't have much information, only what she was told. And of course by the stepmother and the ex-husband, that her son went to a friend's house to play across the street and never came home. And that the stepmother reported him missing later after 6 o'clock. Reported him missing. It doesn't say who she called. Did she go out across the street to the friend's house? Did she look for him before calling the police? Gannon is a very loving child, and disappearing is totally out of his character. He always has been with somebody. He was born prematurely and weighed less, well, they say less than a pound, but he's probably 1.5 pounds or something. Gannon's mother, who lives in South Carolina, and the father, who was away for military training at the time of his disappearance. They share custody. And the father was asked how he's holding up, and he said he's a basket case. He said he's back and forth between panic and hope. And I can only imagine what he's going through. Cars lined a road near the entrance of Larson Ranch on Wednesday as 200 volunteers conveyed in the neighborhood surrounding the area searching for Gannon. Search organizers Sarah Robertson said she has no connection to the family and that the search was not sanctioned by law enforcement, but as the mother of 2 children, I felt something needed to be done. I was up all night last night worrying about Gannon, she said, adding that she woke up Wednesday morning thinking, let's do something. It's been a couple of days, before working with others to organize the search in the early hours of the morning. Richard Candet was among the volunteers who showed up Wednesday, saying he'd hoped strangers would offer him some kindness if the little brothers were missing. He said he was sure that law enforcement is doing as much as they can to help us out. That's a good thing. Gannon is 4 feet 9 inches, brown hair, brown eyes, and weighs around 90 pounds. He was wearing a blue jacket and jeans the day he went missing. Well, in this video, we can't really see what he's wearing because it's a little bit messed up. Maybe it's been touched up or messed with a little bit, but I'm sure the original video is a lot clearer than what we're seeing. So, but did you notice when she backed up, well, when they first left at 10:15 in the morning, that they are saying, well, the guy that owns the video, the surveillance camera, said that, which I thought maybe could be something, that the child was drugged, alleged. You know, that was just what they said. I'm not making it up. That's what he said. And I was thinking maybe he was drugged up. You know, you never know. And when he got into the back of the truck, that he was a little unsteady, and he got into the truck but kind of needed some help, because do you see her trying to push him in there? I don't know why she needed to help him in the truck. He's quite able to get in the truck himself, right? Right? But she kind of helping him get in the truck, and then she drops a bag. Oh, it looked like a white bag, and she drops it on the ground. And then it looks like a leg is kind of dangling, and the next minute she's getting in the truck and driving away. But in between that, because the video might have been just messed with a little bit, is we didn't see the truck door shut. We didn't actually see that shut, but then again, we couldn't quite see it open neither. So the video is not 100% guaranteed that what was going on. What I mean is, you can't really see everything, but it just gives us an idea that when we see her coming back, and this was around 2:19 p.m. in the afternoon, Monday the 27th, that she backs the truck up. And then, you know, this video might have some motion to it, and it doesn't record everything. So we might be missing a couple of things out of there, a couple of seconds here, a couple of seconds there, where there are like shadows that the Gannon may have got out on the other side of the truck, because there could be a little shadow there of somebody getting out on the other side. Now, we don't see that. Once again, the motion detector of this video might cut out a few seconds here and there, but people are seeing shadows. They are seeing something. What maybe the boy got out the other side, but we're not 100% because we are just speculating with our opinions and theories. Don't forget that her story, by showing this video, her story is not matching up to the story she told because of this video. Now, she says he went to the friend's house around 3:30, 4 o'clock to go play with a friend. But do we have video of him leaving the house around that time to go across the street? Did he leave through the front door, or did he leave through the backyard? Does the backyard lead to another road. If it doesn't, you will have to leave through the front door. Now, this guy has got video of her leaving at 10:15 in the morning and returning 4 hours later, leaving with the boy but not returning with the boy. But that's what they're saying, and they say don't jump to conclusions, and this is an ongoing investigation. Now, if he never came back with her, her story is bogus, and she is 100% lying. But if the boy got out the other side of the truck, her story could be true. But I would like a lot of other people would like to see, and they may well have video of this, we don't know, that the Gannon was seen crossing the street, going down the road around the time she said. Now, we don't have the video of that, but law enforcement may have. But if they don't, the stepmother has got a lot to answer for. Remember, she's innocent until proven guilty, and there's no need to go harass her and call her all kinds of names at this time. Yeah, we're not happy with her if she's lying. If she's lying. Now, people are saying she's lying because of this video. But she swears 100% that the father owes her husband, and people owe her a big apology. They owe her a big apology. Nobody owes her apology yet, as the investigation is not over and the boy hasn't been found. They're calling her a liar, and she's had death threats, and so has her family. But there's trouble in the marriage, I think. These are rumors, they might be facts, I'm not sure, but they're out there. That she planned on being an air stewardess, and she's in training or something like that. Well, if you have a job like that, who's going to be home to watch the kids? Because, they travel and they have to go to training. Training, you have to be away for weeks on end to do training. And you would have to be away. And if you do have a job like that, you will be away. So we're not sure how that would work out. But there's trouble in the marriage. I don't know, maybe somebody's cheating on somebody. Maybe their marriage hasn't been going good and they plan on getting divorced, but one don't know about it. And that the biological mother has moved in to take care of the children. Well, they say children, but, to be there. And she said, the ex-wife moved in and I'm out. Well, if you're under suspicion and your husband thinks you're lying, that you've lied to him about the whereabouts and the time and the disappearance of his son, he don't want you in the house. Now, why wouldn't he want you in the house? Oh, because there's a lot more than this going on in that house, and it was his chance to get you out. Because maybe you've lied to him plenty of times. Maybe the trust is gone in your marriage. As, once a cheater, always a cheater. Apparently that they've all been related to one another at one time through marriage. I think it's I'm not sure, but I think it's the ex-wife's brother or the husband's brother. was married to her, the stepmother, at one time, and she had an affair with Albert, and they got divorced. You know, him and his first wife got divorced, and she married him. Well, you know, that don't work out too good. Once a cheater, always a cheater. You can't trust people that cheat like that. You know that. They cheat again. Or they're always worried you're going to cheat again. You know, that's a known fact. But anyway, that's just a little bit of the situation in the marriage and why they got divorced. I don't know if it was the sole reason they got divorced, that he had an affair. It might not have been. But they made arrangements, the bio mom and the dad made arrangements that they share the custody, and she moved out of state. And the bio mom says she talks to her son all the time. She talks to him all the time. And they seem to have a close relationship, so she says. So, you know what happens when people get divorced? You got no choice but to share your children and work it out, you know, for the best, for the children. Do you know what I mean? No matter if you live in another state, plenty live in another country and do the same thing. But they are not happy with the stepmom right now, whatsoever. But then again, they know more about the relationship than we do. So, you know, they have more facts. They just don't trust her. And they think she's done something. And so we look at the video and listen to her interview that she gave, which she had her back to her and didn't want to face the camera, yet she's the one that wanted to plead her case. She also said that there's some things that she's not allowed to talk about. And then she gets her 17-year-old daughter to confirm something about hiking and that they went to Burger King. Well, that's okay, because your phone's going to say where you were. Maybe your truck is going to say where you were if it's got GPS, you know. And cameras might pick your truck up. My cameras might have picked you up in Burger King. It all can be confirmed that way, and probably is by now. You know, the police have got into her phone records and everything, so, and you know that, because if you got nothing to hide, you just give them all you got. But once you get a lawyer involved, they might say, no, don't talk, keep your mouth shut. The best thing to do, really, it doesn't matter how you want to plead your case, or the public is saying nasty things about you, one thing you should do is keep your trap shut. You know, keep it shut. But I'm glad some people do talk, but they do say, keep your mouth shut. Don't even get on TV. Don't worry about what people are saying. Don't make yourself look worse than it is, they say. Because getting on camera, you know, the public can say one thing, and you could be trying to express yourself in another way, and they just don't believe nothing you say. So it can backfire on you, especially if you're not answering the question right. And then especially when you get your 17-year-old daughter to say what she did when the mic was still on. Of course, news reporters are going to keep your mic on. You know that. The reporters will do one thing and do another. You know that they do. Like she said for them to take that out of the report, but you know they didn't. So sometimes news reporters, if you want a story and you want somebody's trust, maybe you should do what they ask you to do. You don't have to destroy that part of the video, but you could keep it and have the original, but only put what she asked you to put out. To save face. Because some people, reporters, you could get the story of a lifetime, but they've heard you say you're going to do this and you don't. in that respect I'm talking about. You've got to trust news reporters. But you know, news reporters are news reporters. They're not on either side. They just want the story. They want all sides of the story. And that's what their job is about. That's what makes a good reporter. They got the story of a lifetime. They're not going to mess it up. Keep the tape rolling. Keep it rolling. And they're not court-ordered to keep nothing out the news. And that's all there is to it. Now, they do give out a tip line information. They are asking for any information. If you've looked on your phone, if you have a car that has got a camera in it, if you got home surveillance between, you know, these days that he went missing, you are asked to look at them. Look at everything, no matter how little or small it seems to you. That they're trying to put a puzzle together. They're trying to put a puzzle together. Now, between, if Gannon did go across the street to his friend's house, how come he never managed to get there? He wasn't dressed to go for a long walk. And he never took nothing to eat or no food. If you're planning on running away, you take a knife, you take some food, you take a nice warm coat, a blanket, you know, you take a heavy coat or something. But this kid didn't plan on running away. Where was he going to go? They say if you have any information, no matter how big or small, it doesn't matter. Anything, there's a tip line. And that is 520-6666. That's El Paso. That is Colorado Springs. You can call 911. You can be anonymous. Be anonymous. But please give your tip. If he's being held against his will, if he's at some family member's home and they wanted to play a sympathy card. There's something going on in the marriage and she decides, well, I'll teach him. I'll make the kid disappear for a few days. But now it's got out of hand and now the FBI is involved. Do you know what I mean? We just simply don't know what's going on in her head or the family. You know, people have been known to do this. So, do family members have him? If they do, please call 911. Let him go. The best thing for you to do is don't help her out. Don't help the stepmother hide him. Don't help her. The more days that goes on, the more you're in trouble, kind of thing. But if you hand him over now, anonymously, call 911, let him go. Let him go. Let him go back home. It's not worth it. That's if a family member is keeping him against his will because she's mad at her husband for something. They got marital problems. But please do look in all your cameras and your phones and your car cameras. Everything. It could help bring Gannon home. So thank you guys for stopping by, and please sub to my channel and like and share. Even if you share his story, just share his story. Spread the word. Get his picture out there that he is still missing, and it's been 9 days. 27th he went missing. No sign of him. No sign whatsoever. And thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you in the comments.
A truck with his stepmother Letitia on the day he was last seen. She apparently returned 4 hours later without him. The neighbor alerted the boy's dad after finding that video.